Hello and welcome to this video playing dsevall. Maybe something like that. Okay, so I'm not going to go for a BOGO again. Let's play the Queen's Gambit here. Yeah, maybe I can do something real classical here. Knight bd7, see what he's coming up with. This move. Yeah, I recently saw an idea there that I can try, even though I have to admit that I don't know it well. They have tried to play something with b6 in this kind of position, leading to a Tartakova type of game. He's playing very quickly. Maybe this is not the right moment for this. I don't know. It's just I'm just being experimental here. So probably here and then c5 for the hanging pawns. Yeah, the nuances of those positions are really difficult to understand. When exactly is this a good hanging pawn position? When it is a bad one? Yeah, all kinds of little subtleties there are decisive. Okay, I wonder what he's coming up with. Is he going to... No. Yeah, I wasn't quite sure what his idea is here. Queen b6 might run into some bishop f6, knight a4. Anyway, let's play that. Not quite positive about bishop b1. I don't think he wants to set up the battery. Okay, so queen a5, I guess. The battery with queen c2, queen d3, that looks a bit pointless in this position. Okay, so... Yeah, okay. What are you doing there, Mr. dsevall? Bishop c6. Even that might be a move. Okay, we'll see. I was a bit reluctant with rook c8 because of bishop f5. This can sometimes be a real issue. Okay, he just plays a waiting move. I also have c4 in this position, which is maybe a bit... Is this a bit too hasty? Yeah, but it activates. Now let's try. I've got bishop b4, bishop a3. This b3 move gives me a couple of additional ideas. Okay, I can try to go to f5 for sure. Still, now I have a couple of options. Bishop a3, for example. Let's start with this and see where it's going here. Rook c3 gives away material, so he has to go to c2. And then I have knight e4, for example, is a move. Just jump right in. Yeah, it's interesting. That's an interesting position. You cannot take c4 as a4 is hanging. It's got a couple of coordination issues. On a very good day, I might manage knight e5 to d3. Okay, so he wants to play f3, it seems, but this is still a good idea, I believe. Knight on d3 should be quite an annoyance. And f3 is not a very happy move to play. I mean, he still might do it, but okay. It's an interesting choice. Knight d3, there might, yeah, he might just go queen g4, something like that. Very interesting. Yeah, I have a move like rook to c6. This is like super ambitious. Rook to g6. Okay, I'll go for that. The main danger here is the time anyway. Falling behind on the clock. Position is okay. Yeah, you never know. He might fall into knight f3. Can always try. And swinging the rook over there was part of my plan here anyway, so why not? Still have a hard time to believe that this is great for him with those weird pieces on c2, b1 and a4. Let's see what he's coming up with here. Okay, so knight f3 he has prevented. Yeah, maybe here. Threatening still knight f3 and threatening knight to e6. Very, very interesting position. Bishop takes. I can take with the h pawn. I can actually take with the rook. Wait, let's not be too quick there. After taking with the rook, the knight doesn't have that many good squares. This one, okay. Yeah, I have knight c6. I'm not sure that it is good though. Okay, I have to play 1 minute 08. It's an amazingly complicated position here, with all pieces on the board.
Check.
Okay, so let's see what we can do here. G3 is hanging now. He might have rook takes d5 at the end of this stuff. Isn't bishop f5 forced here?
Check. Time warning. Check.
Okay, let's take even more. Yeah, that should be okay, right? Don't see any big issue. How to do this? Queen probably to g5.
Check. Check.
And now he's got queen h7 here. It's still on, but okay, it is not really so dangerous, right? It's just a couple of checks. It's not such a big deal.
Check. Check.
And that's it, I hope.
Check. Check. White forfeits on time.
Yeah, tough position. It's yeah, those hanging pawn positions, they are really well suited sometimes to play for wins, because they are immensely complicated. Yeah, all pieces are on the board, and many possibilities for both sides. Yeah, this is c4 is a very double-edged decision, but it frees up this bishop here and it gives me potential to play on the dark squares. So I think I like this. And knight d4 is a big mistake, it seems, but I didn't exploit it to the fullest. Okay, this is good, but this is apparently better even. Yeah, yeah, the rooks are in a bad spot here. Yeah, black wins material here. Funny. No, I didn't consider that. Bishop a6 again was good. Yeah, here the position is immensely unclear and complicated. But, I mean, unclear. Black is clearly better, as the engine gives, but it is just very difficult to play. Yeah, and here computer wants to take. I can actually take with this. So I need some water here. Those pieces are just too bad. This is why white is in trouble here. Back. Yeah. He now has some issues here on the g file. This is not helping probably, but it was hard to defend.
Check.
Alright, here white is falling apart.
Check. Check.
Yeah, rook e5 is the strongest move.
Check. Check.
He just has a couple of checks, and here he's running out of things. Okay, yeah, interesting thing. I'm not totally sure about the opening. There have been tries with this kind of setup. It looks very ancient, and yeah, like from the 1920s or something. Something like that is currently being tried as means of getting to a Tartakova type of position, but doing this with this move order and not with bishop e7, where bishop f4 is currently the main move, so that you don't get a Tartakova in the first place. And after knight bd7, bishop f4 is a little bit of a different story, because here black has additional ideas with taking and sometimes trying to keep the pawn. It's just different to bishop f4 against bishop to e7. Okay, I hope you liked the game. Thanks for watching.